was one of the Democrats' favorite slogans. When they go low, we go high. Remember that? Well, here's Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Listen to this.
Thinking about Ali, even though I never met him, and with this kind of inspiration, I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Wow. So at what point, I should ask, does the Secret Service consider this a credible threat? Joining us now to debate this is host of The Blaze, Lawrence Jones, and Democratic strategist and contributor for The Hill, Michael Starr Hopkins. Lawrence, I'll start with you. What'd you think of that?
Look, I'm a free speech person. I'm a libertarian. But when you incite violence, that should be investigated. This is the Democrats going low again. They're more focused on President Trump and rallying up their base than the actual issues of the American people. I'm not so concerned about Maxine Waters. I'm concerned about the people that listen to her, the people that tried to assassinate Republican congressmen at a baseball field. This is the type of behavior that sends these people out to assassinate Republicans.
Michael, what do you think? You're saying she didn't mean that she wants to assassinate him. How else can you take that?
You know, I think she was talking about impeachment. I don't know what she actually meant. I think that her comment, being that loose with your language, I think is irresponsible. And so I will say that. But what I will also point to is I think that hearing Republicans say that, you know, this is a Democratic issue, when Ted Nugent threatened President Barack Obama and then was invited to the White House under the Trump administration, I didn't hear Republicans saying anything. Lawrence, I didn't hear you say anything when the president was condoning protesters being attacked and he then offered to pay the legal bills. You know, I think both sides are guilty of using hyperbolic language, but I think, Lawrence, it's up for people it's up to people like me and you to bring down that tenor. Yeah, but
these same congresspeople, especially Maxine Waters, promised after the Steve Scalise shooting that they would tone down the rhetoric, and now we have politicians from elected office saying, "Hey, let's go get the president," and that's essentially what she was saying. You can say that you didn't know what she was saying all you want, Michael, but it's pretty clear what she said. She could have said impeach if she wanted to impeach him.
I've watched you in the last 2 weeks talk about how Democrats want a new Katrina or how Hillary Clinton is a felon, and you know it's always the Democrats want to say things, and there's no personal responsibility here.
Well,
and
that's
I can say that Maxine Waters was irresponsible.
Behavior. They play identity politics. They ratchet up the rhetoric. They're not about action. They could be focusing on how they want to improve the lives of Americans with their policies, but they're not focused on that. They're more concerned about Donald Trump. And if they continue to focus on Donald Trump, the president, instead of the issues that affect the American people, they're going to get landslided again like they've been doing for the last 3 elections.
Lawrence, with all due respect, I've watched you talk about Hillary Clinton every day for the last month. Hillary Clinton's not the president of the United States. So
I'm not talking about Hillary Clinton.
I'm willing to focus on Donald Trump.
We're talking about Maxine Waters and how she talked about essentially assassinating the president. That's what we're talking about. I didn't mention Hillary Clinton not one time, sir.
She didn't. She didn't say that she wanted to assassinate the president.
Okay, Michael, you know what struck me about the soundbite was when she said that, the crowd started cheering. How did we get this far as a country, as a nation? Cheering for possible, I don't know what she meant. We haven't talked to her. She won't come on our show. But it sounded like, I mean, Lawrence is saying it sounded like she said she wanted to assassinate the president tonight.
I agree with you that the crowd shouldn't have cheered. As a congresswoman, she has to be more responsible with her rhetoric. Even if that's not what she meant, the appearance, I thought, was inappropriate. Yeah. And so I think she should come out and clarify those comments. But I think that there's also a responsibility on the other side when Donald Trump says things in front of crowds and they cheer for Republicans to call them out. I'm just saying that I think that there's consistency.
When did Donald Trump ever say anything about assassinating anyone or taking someone out? When did he say that?
Donald Trump applauded when protesters were beaten. He said that the crowd should go further. He said that, you know, the protesters that were in Charlottesville.
No, he didn't. He said, get them out of here. That's what he said. That's all he said, is get them out of here.
Maybe we'll hear from her. Maybe she'll clarify today and tell us exactly what she meant, because we don't want to read into what she said. All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. Lawrence, you're going to be on Outnumbered today at noon. We'll catch you there.
Thanks, Ainsley.
You're welcome.